Hello, my name is Henry, and today we're going to be reviewing this game, Assassin's Creed Unity. I got Unity on launch day, which was November 11th, which was 9 days ago. So it's a big game. Let's start off with the graphics and technical stuff. The graphics look good. However, especially in the beginning, there was a lot of frame rate issues. It started to slow down. It started to look like it was like, choppy. There are a lot of glitches in the game. And usually I have pretty good luck with glitches, and I think I still am, because a lot of worse stuff are happening to other people. In my game, there were some points where I couldn't attack someone. It just wouldn't let me. I couldn't defend myself. I fell through the world. There were some times where there was a place that I had to go or something that I had to interact with, and the game wouldn't let me interact with it. So there are a lot of glitches in the game, but that could be patched out. Second thing, story. The story is guy Arno. You play as Arno. You're an orphan, and the guy that takes you in gets killed, and then you grow up going like, I want to find out who killed my stepdad, adopted dad, or whatever. You go to the assassins to help find out who killed your dad. You're trying to find the person that killed your dad. Through that, you find like these people like that were trying to corrupt the Templars. And it's sort of weird because in other games, the Templars and the assassins were like really bad enemies, but in this one, it was like they were okay with each other. Assassin's Creed takes place in two different times. One is in the past, which is in France, and one is in the present, which is actually in the future. You play as this guy that's playing as Arno, and it doesn't ever show you the guy, but it's just a guy playing as Arno. You're trying to find the sage, the person with different colored eyes, and it actually explains that a bit in the beginning of the game. You're just trying to find the sage, and that's the whole point of you going back in the Animus. Okay, the co-op. You can have up to 4 players in your game. Like, you don't even have to be doing a mission. You could just have them in your game, and like you're just running around doing whatever. You have these cooperative missions that you can do with your friends or in public matchmaking. Co-op was okay. In the beginning of every co-op match, there's like this little cinematic, which is pretty cool. They have heist, which is basically like you're trying to go into this rich people place and just take their money. The more you get caught, then the more you lose money. The other missions, there are a lot more missions. These puzzles called enigmas, like they're just basically riddles that you go around France just like trying to find these symbols, and that's basically the whole puzzle, and at the end you get a suit. Doesn't do anything, it's just a suit. The puzzles are actually pretty cool because it tells you a little bit about the history behind, like real world history behind France. So that's pretty cool. There are these murder mysteries. Those are pretty cool too. You just find a dead body on the ground and go like, hey, there's a dead body. What happened? A lot of them are pretty simple. Like you go like, oh, it's this guy that killed him. But there were a few that like were pretty good. Like they stuck out. The murder mysteries are like self-contained stories, so they don't really have anything to do with the actual story. Whenever you do a murder mystery, you unlock a new piece of equipment. The assassin contract, you do assassin contract. Sometimes they want you to steal something, or they want you to kill someone, or something like that. They want you to help the assassins in some way. You can renovate different parts of the city, social clubs, and with each social club they have 3 missions attached to them. So whenever you renovate social club, you do 3 missions and you get more money, more income. You could just pick it up throughout the game. The customization is pretty big. In past Assassin's Creed games, it was normally this piece of equipment is better than this piece of equipment. In Unity, it's more like different to your playstyle. Like this piece of equipment has better stealth than this piece of equipment, but this piece of equipment has better armor than this piece, and you can change your color, and you also have a lot of weapons. Some are better than others, and that's pretty much it. Complaints. I have a few complaints about the game. The higher up equipment are locked. You have to play club competitions to unlock them. The problem with that is there are no club competitions. like they haven't added it to it yet. So there are some upper stuff that you can't even unlock yet. There are some chests that are around the city that you can't unlock without playing like a mobile game or something, a side game. It's not the actual game, it's just a different game. And you can't open those chests without playing the other games. Why do that? I don't want to play this random game. I got Unity to play Unity, you know. There were a lot of glitches. There were like a ton of glitches. I had to restart the mission a few times. And they have this microtransaction system. And I didn't really have a problem with it because you can like go throughout the whole game without using it. So I didn't use it, so I would suggest not using it. In the beginning, the free running felt weird, but I got used to it. And this one, they tried to make it more realistic. And it does feel more realistic, but sometimes it makes it feel more unrealistic, if that makes any sense. Like, when he jumps, it's sort of like he jumps and he falls. But there are some times where you can make some jumps, and it looks like he's gonna fall, but then it just, like, magically teleports him to the other roof. But it's not that big of a deal. Oh, the Phantom Blade is this new weapon that the Assassins give you, like crossbow, and that's pretty much it. Wasn't really that special. Honestly, Assassin's Creed is my favorite series of all time. I feel like I have a little bit of a bias because it's my favorite series, but I'm trying to separate that, like this is just like a game. There are too many bugs, and there are these side things like the side games that you have to play in order to actually get the whole game, and I don't feel like it's worth the $60. If I were to rate this, and I do have to rate this game, if I'm going to rate this game, I would put it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't good. I mean, I felt entertained, but there were just too many bugs, and there was just too many things wrong with it to give it a higher score than 6 out of 10. So there you go. I wouldn't recommend you buy it right now if it lowers down in price. Yeah, I would recommend, like, once it gets to $40, it's worth a $40 buy. Yeah, but that's it. Assassin's Creed Unity, 6 out of 10. Don't go buy it.